समाधिनारहो ध्यायन्ति लिङ्गाद् असतो मुमुक्षया तस्येष दैत्यर्षभापात्पदाहतो मुखं मुखं प्रपश्यंस्तनुम् उत्सर्ज्यः यं योगिनो योगसमाधिनारहो ध्यायन्ति लिङ्गाद् असतो मुमुक्षया तस्येस्य दैत्यर्षभा पदाहतो मुखं प्रपश्यांस्तनुम् उत्सर्ज्यः यं योगिनो योगसमाधिनारहो ध्यायन्ति लिङ्गाद् असतो मुमुक्षया तस्येष दैत्यर्षभा पदाहतो मुखं प्रपश्यंस्तनुम् उत्सर्जयाः. Please say it.
यं योगिनो योगसमाधिनारहो ध्यायन्ति लिङ्गाद् असतो मुमुक्षया तस्यैष दैत्यर्षभः पदाहतो मुखं प्रपश्यंस्तनुमुत्ससर्जः.
यं योगिनो योगसमाधिनारहो ध्यायन्ति लिङ्गाद् असतो मुमुक्षयः तस्यास दैत्य पदहतो मुखं प्रपश्यांस तनुम् उत्सासराजः. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yam yogino yoga samadhinaraho dhyayanti lingadasato mumukshaya tasyesha daityasha padahato mukham prapansyasta numutsarjasaha.
Alright, thank you very much for reciting. I'll say it one more time. Yam yogino yog samadhinaraho dhyayanti lingad asato mumukshaya tashyesha daityarshava padahato mukham parpashyam stanum utsasarjaha. Synonyms. Yam who, yogina, the yogis, yoga samadhina in mystic trance, raha in seclusion, dhyayanti meditate upon, lingat from the body, asataha unreal, mumuksheha seeking freedom, tasya of him, eshaha this, daitya son of deity, rishabha the crest jewel, pada by a foot, ahata struck, mukham countenance, perpassion while gazing on, tanum the body, utsasarjaha he cast off, ha indeed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charnan Bhakti Shripad Ki Jai. Brahma continued, he was struck by a forefoot of the Lord, whom yogi is seeking freedom from their unreal material bodies. Meditate upon his seclusion mystic trance. While gazing on his countenance, this crest jewel of Deiti's son has cast off his mortal coil. Purport by Srila The process of yoga very clearly described in this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said here that the ultimate end of yogis and mystics who perform meditation is to get rid of this material body. Therefore, they meditate in secluded places to attain yogic trance. Yoga has to be performed in secluded place, not in public or in demonstration on stage as nowadays practiced by many so-called yogis. The real yoga aim at riding of one of the material body. Yoga practice is not intended to keep the body fit and young. Such advertisement of so-called yoga are not approved by any standard method. Particularly mentioned in this verse is the word yam or unto whom, indicating that meditation should be targeted on the personality of Godhead. Even if one concentrates his mind on the bored form of the Lord, that is also yoga. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, one who concentrates his mind constantly in meditation upon personality of Godhead in one of his many varieties of forms in first class yogi. And he can very easily attain trance simply by meditating upon the form of the Lord. And if one is able to continue such meditation on the Lord's form at the time of one's death, one is liberated from this mortal body and is transferred to the kingdom of God. This opportunity was given to the demon by the Lord, and therefore Brahma and other demigods were astonished. In other words, the perfection of yoga practice can be attained by a demon also if he is simply kicked by the Lord. So I'll read the next verse too. एतौ एतौ तो प्रसादस्वस्य शापाद्यातव असद्गतिं पुनः कतिपये स्थानं प्रपत्सेथा जन्मभिः. Synonyms: etahu, these two, tau, both, parshadahu, personal assistance, asya, of the personality of Godhead, shapat, because of being cursed, yatau, have gone, asat gatim, to take birth in demonic family, punha, again, katipaye, in few, sthanam, own places, parpasyet, will get back, ha, indeed, janmabhi, after birth. Translation: purportal word. Translation: these two personal assistants of Supreme Lord, having been cursed, have been destined to take birth in demonic families. After a few such births, they will return to their own position. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरदस्य ज्ञानंजनाशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्. वंदे अहम श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापतिकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणित श्रीविशाखान्वितां च. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरत्व शुन्म पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्त रूप स्वरूपकं भक्तवतारं भक्तकं नमामि भक्त शक्तिकं. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So here today's verse is this verse is talking about how a yogi achieve the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in this verse he is saying that yam yogino yog samadhina raho dhyayanti lingat asato mumukshaya tasyesha detya rishabha padahato mukham parpashyam stanum utsasarjaha. Brahmaji is saying that he was struck by a forefoot of the Lord, whom yogis seeking freedom from their unreal material body and meditate upon his seclusion in mystic trance. While gazing on his countenance, his crest jewel of Diti sun has cast off his mortal coil. So here in this verse is Brahmaji saying that how this Hiranyaksha was killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here Brahmaji is saying that he was struck by the forefoot of the Lord. So Lord actually struck this demon by his forefoot, and here Lord Brahmaji is saying that this lotus feet of the Lord are the object of meditation for the yogis. What type of yogis? Who are seeking freedom from this unreal material body. So any yogi who want to get freedom from this material birth, See, here Prabhupada used this word unreal material body. So unreal means here, what Prabhupada is saying that is, this body that whatever we have right now is a temporary. It is, in one sense, it is unreal. See, body is there, we know the body is there, but why Prabhupada is using this word unreal means this body will not stay as it is forever. Even we see this body like at the time of birth, our body is very small, right? We in the womb of our mother, and we came out, and the body little grows. We become, it grows little like boyhood, then it's become young, and then ultimately get old, and then finally finished. So these bodies keep changing. It's not staying like as it is for a long period of time. So the things which changes almost all the time or who doesn't sustain his position, that is basically is unreal. So Prabhupada is saying the unreal material bodies, because this body is destined to die. Everybody who take birth in this material world is destined to die. That's why this place is called Mrityu Loka. In Sanskrit, it's called Mrityu Loka, it means place of death. Here, death is sure. Sometimes we say that as sure as death, right? Because other things might not happen here, but one thing that is going to happen definitely is that people is going to leave the body, die. The body is going to die. In order to sustain here, we have to do lot of things. Means suppose right now, by naturally, if you leave the body as it is, means you don't do any work, within few days you will die, but the body will die. Because if you don't feed the body, you don't put the food, you don't give the air, you don't give the water, huh? If you don't give these material to your body, the body will die automatically. It's like it's a natural process. The natural process that body dies. The unnatural process that we want to maintain this body to live longer. This is we are going against the nature of the body. Body is going to basically going to his life. Is going to die. So many people would want to become immortal, like we see Hiranyakashipu. He tried to become immortal in this material world. So he asked Lord Brahma for the boon, so that he will not die from this and that. He will not die in the morning, evening, night. He will not die like this. So he tried many benedictions from Lord Brahma, so that he could skip the death. But that is basically a demonic nature. Prabhupada says that to thinking that you will not die, that is demonic, because by nature people are going to die in this material world. So here, in this verse, is saying that the yogis were seeking freedom from this unreal material body. Means here Prabhupada is saying that because we are in this body, so we are stuck. When you say seeking freedom means that this body is not suitable for us. This body is not a natural place for all of us. See, in Bhagavad Gita, it is said that we are part and parcel of Krishna. Mamev amsho jivaloke jivbhuta sanatana. So we are spirit soul. We are not the body. And we are somehow enter into this body. Now, as long as we are in this body, we have to act according to the body. Say, if you have a human body, you act like like 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, like that. If you get a dog body, you have to act like a dog. If you are a cat body, you are going to act like a cat. So depend upon which type of body you are, you have to act like that. You cannot act that you are a spirit soul. See, if we are not the body, we are spirit soul. When Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that, na jayate mrite va kadachi nayam bhutto bhavitana bhuya jo nitya shashvatam prano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. So Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita 2.20 that for us there is no na jayate, there is no birth, no old age, no disease, no death for the soul. This happened to only body. So there was never a time that we took birth or we are going to take birth in the future, or we are going to die, whatever. So then, because we are eternal, permanent, unborn, and everlasting, so by soul we are always there, we are eternal, but body is not eternal. So we are stuck into this body, and we have to be in this body as long as we are not giving up this body. Means giving up this body means we get liberation from this body. Say if person is in the human body and he do activity which is called karma from the human body, or generally from the body, minds and words, when a person perform an action under the three modes of material nature, that is called karma. Or action, or the this karmic duties. So when a person perform karma, good or bad, accordingly he get body. So if somebody performed a good karma, they will get a good body. They will perform a bad karma, they get a bad body. But in both the cases, or somebody do a mixed karma, they get a mixed type body. But the point is that whichever karma you do, you have to stuck in this body. You cannot get freedom from this body. So this body is like a prison house in one sense, because you go in a body and you have to act like a body. So here the mumuksha, the yogis who want freedom from this body, so what they do, these yogis actually meditate upon in seclusion. So meditate upon, first of all, this verb is there, meditate. So they actually concentrate their mind on Krishna. Meditate upon means, meditation means you try to control your mind on one topic, one thing. See, right now our mind is very flickering. We cannot really keep our mind on one place. It is said that like within a 3 second, less than a 3 second, our mind goes to different things. And in yoga it is said that if you can concentrate your mind on certain object, whichever, or even any one object, right, for 3 minutes, that is called complete samadhi or trance, complete trance. If you can keep your mind on one topic or one thing for 3 minutes, that is called trance, which is very challenging, which is not possible, right? It's very, very difficult. So here it says that meditate upon in seclusion. So first of all, meditate. A person, the yogi, has to meditate upon the mind, upon Lord's lotus feet, because here he was here. This was Brahma says he was struck by the 4 foot of the Lord. So meditate upon where 4 foot. Meditate upon the 4 foot in seclusion. And this is another point that Prabhupada says that the yogis, they cannot stay in public. Any yogi who want to get freedom from this material bodies, they have to leave this place. They have to leave this home. They have to leave, go to some forest or some Himalayas or some holy place, and then there they go and live in a seclusion outside society, in some forest somewhere, and then in that seclusion they have to they have to try this mystic trance. They have to try this mystic trance. So these, here Brahmaji is saying that this particular Hiranyaks, this person, he is struck by the 4 foot of the Lord. So he is so lucky. Brahmaji is saying he is so lucky that this Hiranyaks, he got the touch of the lotus feet of the Lord. He got the touch of the lotus feet of the Lord just by fighting with the Lord. And this foot, the lotus feet of the Lord, is so rare that yogis even trying to meditate upon this lotus feet of the Lord, for them they actually meditate upon the Lord for many years, many years, and then still they cannot reach that. So, and the another point here is that what Brahma is saying, while gazing on his countenance, his crest jewel of deity's son has cast off his mortal coil. And the Hiranyaksha, he was watching the Lord. He was watching, he was looking at the form of the Lord, this Varahadev. And by looking at the Lord, he actually left his body. So this is another perfection. See, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, like in 8th chapter, yam yam vapi samaran bhavam tajjantyanta kalevram tam tam eviti konteya sada tad bhav bhavita. Whatever state of mind a person, whatever state of mind or whatever state of your consciousness, at the time of leaving the body, you will attain that consciousness. And Krishna also says, before that, he says that Antakale cha mameva smaran muktava kalevram ya paryati samadbhavam yati nasti atra samshaya. 8.5, Krishna says this, that anyone who think of me at the time of leaving this body, come to me. So here Brahmaji is very surprised. He is saying that, first of all, this Hiranyaksha, he was stuck by the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is rarely achieved by the yogis. And also, while leaving his body, he was looking at this, the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So means this guy is getting liberated. This guy is going back to the Lord. So Brahmaji is saying how fortunate this guy is, right? Just by fighting with the Lord, he actually is achieving the Lord. So this is the special mercy of the Lord. Lord, one of the Lord's quality, the Lord have 64 qualities. See, Srila Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Samar Sindhu explains that Lord has 64 qualities. Like there are unlimited qualities are there, but top 64 qualities. And out of that 64 qualities, it says that a living entity can get maximum up to 50 qualities. Maximum to 50 qualities. And Lord Brahma also. Lord Brahma can go maximum 50 qualities. Above Lord Brahma is Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva can get maximum to 55 qualities. 55 qualities, which is basically almost like 83%. A living entity can get 78% of the qualities of the Lord that Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva can get up till 55 quality or 83% of the qualities, right? And this and Lord Vishnu, the form of the Lord, can get up till 60 qualities of the Lord. 60 qualities of the Lord. But Lord Krishna has 64 qualities. So Lord Vishnu and Lord Krishna have one of the quality which is called Hatari Gati Dayak. Hatari Gati Dayak means that when Lord kills someone, whether Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna, when they kill someone, or when anybody think of them at the time of leaving the body, so whenever they kill someone, that person will achieve the Lord's abode. Hatari Gati Dayak means when Lord kills someone, he actually is not killing, rather he is delivering them. If Lord kills someone, that does not mean that he is killing them, rather he is delivering them from this material body. So this is what here Brahmaji is saying, that Lord actually delivered this guy, Hiranyaksha. So means this guy is very fortunate. This Hiranyaksha is very fortunate that he is hit by the Lord foot, and then he was leaving his body by looking at the Lord. This is the perfection which yogis are also looking for by performing meditation on the lotus feet of the Lord for many years in seclusion and in the trance. So this is what like Lord Brahma is praising for the good fortune of this Hiranyaksha, right? So here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says that Srila Prabhupada actually talks about the process of yoga. See, nowadays yoga is very common word publicly using, like many people use yoga. So the common yoga that right now is basically very popular is mostly like yoga which is for bodily fitness. In Sanskrit, yoga is coming from the word called yuj. Yuj means to connect. So when we connect ourselves to the Supreme, when we connect our consciousness to the Supreme Consciousness, when we connect ourselves to the Lord, that is called yoga. But nowadays, yoga is primarily used for bodily fitness. Right. So, Srila Prabhupada says that here the process of yoga is very clearly described in this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said here that the ultimate end of yogis and mystics who perform meditation is to get rid of this material body. So, the purpose of yoga is what? At the end of when you reach the topmost stage of yoga, in that stage they will give up this material body and they transfer themselves to the place where they want to go through the mystic powers. When you perform yoga, the real yoga, not like the Ashtanga yoga, we are talking about Ashtanga yoga. Generally, in the world, yoga means, as I say, that it's mostly of bodily fitness, which is one of the angas or one of the limbs of Ashtanga yoga. So Ashtanga yoga have 8 steps: yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. There are 8 steps are there. So first is yama. Yama means things what not to do, means don'ts. First there are some don'ts that a person has to practice. Then niyama. Niyama means certain do's, what you have to do regular basis, do's, activities that you have to do. So these are, first is don'ts and then do's. Many people do not even follow that. What the don'ts and the do's, they skip that portion and they directly come on the asana, or what we call physical exercise. So physical exercise is mentioned in as a step in yoga. The reason why physical exercise is mentioned is not to make your body fit, is not to make your body healthy, but in order to meditate, see, in order to meditate, you need to sit at one place for a long period of time, or you need to stand. So meditation generally happens when you sit down in a one posture and then do not move from there. So the asana is performed, or exercise is performed to make your body flexible, so that when you sit on a position, your body will not pain. Nowadays what happens is somebody sit on one position, they start paining. Your legs paining, your hands paining, your back paining. So this paining will basically, with these pains you cannot meditate. So in order to make your meditation further, a person has to be a flexible body. That is the purpose of asana, so that you can actually sit on one place for a longer period of time. It's not that you want to make your body fit for enjoying sex or enjoying some physical other activities. No, the yoga is basically to make your body in such a position where you can sit on one place for a longer period of time, so that you don't need to deviate because of your body. So there, then the asanas, and then after that pranayam. The pranayam is basically controlling your breathing, because when we keep breathing in and out, we cannot really focus that much. So in order to hold your breathing, this pranayam is practiced, so that you can hold breathing for a longer period of time. So that will help later in the future. Further, when you meditate, this pranayam also helps. So these are 4 primary steps: yama, niyama, asana, and pranayam. Now these are the things which you have to do pre-preparation for yoga. That is before yoga. Now number 5th is pratyahar. Pratyahar means you give up sense activities. Means from eyes is there to see, ears is there to hear, tongue is for tasting. So you give up these objects, sense objects. Means no watching from eyes, no hearing from ears, no tasting, like that. So you give up, this called pratyahar. You are getting rid of the sense object from the senses, right? Now comes the real meditation. So from there, then is come dharana. Dharana means like when you start meditating on the object. Nowadays people think that meditation means you meditate on void. Nowadays people think that meditation means meditate on the void, means just close your eyes and don't think anything. That is not meditation. Meditation means when you perform on your mind, you take your mind on certain object. So dharana means you take your mind on the body of the Lord Vishnu or body of Paramatma in your heart, which is called Janardana. In our heart, Lord Vishnu is there in four-arm form, which his name is Janardana, and yogis, they have to take their mind and concentrate on the full body of the Lord Janardana. That's called dharana. So your mind should not go outside the body. It should remain on the body. Whether you are on the head, whether you are on the toe, whether you are on the hand, leg, foot, whatever, doesn't matter. You can move around, but you stay on the body. That's called dharana. Means you take your consciousness from different places. Don't take your mind other places. Just try to bring it to the body of Janardana, like Paramatma. That is dharana. Oh, and when this dharana becomes more condensed, more mature, then it's become dhyana. Seventh step, dhyana, means that is basically concentration on the one part of the body. Say suppose here it is said that yogis, they concentrate their mind on the lotus feet of the Lord. So when dharana becomes more condensed or more mature, then a yogi basically concentrate the mind on the lotus feet of the Lord and not moving on other part. When you keep your mind on one part of the Lord body, whether you are on the lotus feet, whether you are on the face, whether you're on the hand or leg, doesn't matter which part of the body you are focusing, but stay on one place, don't move around. That is called dhyan. And when the dhyan become mature, and dhyan become mature means you reach to the stage of 3 minutes, almost, just is just like a guesstimation. I said in yoga, when you keep your concentration on the one part of the Lord's body for 3 minutes, then you enter into called samadhi or trance. And then when you stay in that trance for longer period of time, you actually forget your material body and you are on the mental platform, and from there you can take your consciousness out from this body and directly on the Lord's lotus feet, and then you can take yourself out from the body and you can move to the any other place where you want to go. At this stage you will get mystic powers. If you keep practicing this, you will get mystic powers, and with those powers, there are 8 types of mystic powers. If you get that, then you can transfer your body to where, transfer yourself to, means as a soul you can transfer yourself and you can get free from this material body. So here, that's what Prabhupada mentioned here. The ultimate end of yogi and mystic who perform meditation is to get rid of this material body. Not to make this body more powerful. It's rather getting rid of this material body. So therefore, Prabhupada said, therefore they meditate in secluded places to attain yogic trance. They go on Himalayas, they go on any places where there is no disturbances. Because in order to concentrate your mind, you need to be free from sound, vibrations, or some kind of external issues, or especially like in the city area or in the public area or in houses around, you have so much of disturbances. You have to stay away from disturbances so that you can attain the yogic trance. So here Prabhupada says the yoga has to be performed in a secluded place, not in public or in a demonstration on stage. Nowadays we see many people are performing yoga on the stage. They are saying, oh, we are yogis. They are going in a like huge public places on the parks and all. They are doing yoga. That is not yoga. That is just physical exercises. That is not at all yoga. Right? As Prabhupada said, nowadays practiced by many so-called yogis. So-called yogis. He is giving them no name. So-called yogis. They are not real yogis. Huh? So Prabhupada says real yoga. Now he is saying what real yoga is. Real yoga aims at ridding one of the material body. So yoga real means is that you want to come out from this body, not to keep this body fit. Huh? Yoga practice is not intended to keep the body fit and young. It's not that purpose. That is just exercises. Such advertisement of so-called yoga are not approved by any standard method. That is not the real yoga. That's something else. Particularly mentioned in this verse is the word yam or unto whom, indicating that meditation should be targeted on the personality of Godhead. As I explained, meditation means concentration on the Lord's body. Is not somewhere else. It's just concentrated on the Lord's body. So here Prabhupada further say, even if one concentrate his mind on the boar form of the Lord, that is also yoga. So whatever form of the Lord, whether boar or whether Hiranya, like Nrsimhadev, whether Matsya Avatar, whichever form of the Lord that you are focusing, that is yoga. Doesn't matter which form is that, but it should be the Lord's form. That is yoga. If you concentrate on something else than Lord's form, that is not yoga. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, one who concentrates his mind constantly in meditation upon personality of Godhead in one of his many varieties of form in first class yogi. So whichever the form, which form you like it, that's fine, but it should be Lord's form, not any other form. So if you focus, that is called first class yogi, and he can very easily attain trance simply by meditating upon the form of the Lord. And then when you focus on the Lord, as you see, start from, as I say, dharana, the sixth step. Dharana means meditation, and then concentrated meditation, which is samadhi at the later. So this meditation is basically on the lotus feet, on the form of the Lord, not on anything else. If one is able to continue such meditation on the Lord's form at the time of one's death, this is if when the time comes for you to leave the body, at that time if you are thinking like that of the Lord's form, or then you get liberated. One is liberated from the mortal body and is transferred to kingdom of God, and then he can go back home, back to God very easily. So this opportunity was given to demon by the Lord, and Lord gave this opportunity to this Hiranyaksha. So that's why Lord Brahma is saying, wow, he is so fortunate. Therefore, Brahma and other demigods were astonished. How come the Lord is so merciful that he is giving him an opportunity to take him back to Godhead? But that's Lord's mercy. That is called Lord's mercy. As I say, Hatari Gati Dayak. Lord is very merciful. He is merciful even on the demons. For demons, he is killing them, but he is giving them his own abode. So, Lord is very merciful. So, in other words, the perfection of yoga practice can be attained by demon also if he is simply kicked by the Lord. So, Prabhupada saying that if Lord kicked the demon, that is also yoga. That is also yoga actually. Means, as I say, what is yoga means? Yoga means to attain Lord, to give up this material body. And this is what Hiranyaksha got it. So, in one sense, this is yoga. If Lord comes and kick this demon, that is yoga. So actually, but it is not the yoga, but what Lord is saying, in essence is yoga. See, it is not yoga, but in essence is yoga, because the purpose of yoga is to get rid of material body and attain Lord. So what, same thing, Hiranyaksha got it by kicking, by kick from the Lord. So it means it is considered as a yoga, because it's got the same result what yoga is giving to you. So in that way, Prabhupada say that this is he got the yoga, but actually not. And in the verse number 29 here, Lord Brahma is saying these two personal assistant means Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Here, like Maitreya Muni is giving this pastime, so he's telling about that. These two personal assistants of Supreme Lord, having been cursed, have been destined to take birth in demonic families. After a few such births, they will return to their own position. So see, now one may question that when Lord has this quality Hatari Gati Dayak, so Lord kick this demon, and this demon left the body, and he should get liberation at this time right now, right? This is Lord's quality. But here it said that because these demons were cursed by the Brahmanas to take birth at least 3 lifetimes. So even though in one lifetime Lord can deliver them, but to keep the promise of the Brahmanas, Lord keep these demons in this material world for 3 lifetimes. Like Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, first lifetime. Second lifetime they were like Ravan and Kumkara, and third lifetime they were Shishupala and Dantavakra. And when Lord Krishna personally came in the Dwapar Yuga, then when he killed Shishupala and Dantavakra, they ultimately went back home, back to God. So that's why Prabhupada said that after a few such births, they will return to their own position. So just to keep the promise, the curse, like they took 3 births here. But Lord delivered even in the first time only. They were already delivered, but only thing is that because they have to stay there to finish the curse. Okay, because curse is basically for 3 lifetime, so they have to finish that curse. All right. With that said, I'll stop now here, and I'll see like if anyone has any comment or questions, let me know. Anyone? Any comments, questions, or any realizations or any corrections? All right, if there is nothing else, so I think we can end the call. So thank you all for joining. And today morning is a wonderful today morning. So have a wonderful Krishna conscious day. So we'll end now. Shrimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय
Vancha कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितानां
नाम
पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
थैंक
अनंत
यू
कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।
जय
शिल प्रभुपाद की जय।